lads, here it is, another 2 weeks, and we have a new rotation in the shop. Many of these are recolors from older sets, some piecemealed into these newest sets, but the lore is still here, and I am a sucker, as always, for good lore. By the way, there are no Cadian or Kassakan camos for player characters. However, there is a Cadian weapon skin, and there is a Kassa weapon skin, designed after the Kassas that Cadians lived in. Take that with a grain of salt, still nothing for player characters. Let's get into it, lads. Let's see what we've got for lore. Kor Malkabius. Growing up on the streets of Throneside, Kor spent plenty of time in and around the various cathedrals and cloisters that littered the district. He was never the most religious of souls, but he liked the peace and quiet. That all changed when the Mobian Six returned to the Hive. Kor could not bear to see his beloved columns and statues ground to dust under the traitor's heel. Picking up a lasgun from a fallen soldier, Kor took vengeance on those who had desecrated his home. Days later, he was found by one of Grendel's Wormwood agents. It didn't take long for the Medicaid on the Morningstar to patch him up. Now, he's a reject. Now, he's a warrior. I don't really know if that lore makes him a reject. I'm confused on that one. Uclay's Mark IIB Spark Cutter Mask, emblazoned with a distinctive acid wastes camo pattern. This one's definitely seen some action. By the way, lads, the sub-lore for these gets better. Mobian 178th Heavy Flak Grimwald Campaign. It is impossible to tell where they patched up the hole that the las cannon made. Nice repair job. Commando Battle Gear Mobian 138th Chlorovast. The colder the weather is, the less you appreciate the metal parts of the trousers. Yeah, sure, you got cold thighs. Amelia Barquette. Amelia's family tree shares a branch with the infamous and powerful House Barquette, once the ruling power on Tertium. However, that connection is so loose that her name is the only benefit she receives from it, plagued by accusations of nepotism and favoritism, all of which entirely untrue. Amelia was driven to prove her worthiness. To this end, she took up a fiery crusade within the back alleys of the carnival, burning out obscure dens and illegal stim factories wherever she found them. It was on one such spree that she encountered some of Grendel's agents, recognizing as a common cause and an opportunity for greatness. Amelia pledged her loyalty to Grendel and never looked back. Good on her. I do feel like her lore and Kor's lore should be swapped around. I'm just saying. She is, however, a cool looking character. Mordant Pattern Rebreather. The Mordant Usher dogs favour a simple rebreather over standard issue filtration plugs. They claim this offers far greater protection in the field. Sure. Templar's Flak Vest. You would think that the combination of candles and old parchment might lead to a few accidents, but in the face of enemy lows fire and flamers, it's probably the least of your worries. Sure enough, so many candles you zealots have. Grand Penance Militia Garb, Triple Blessed. These trousers previously served 2 different martyrs to the Emperor's cause. They say 3 times is the charm. Julius Thrice Blessed. Sanctioned psykers get a rough ride in the forces of the Astra Militarum, dragged from their homes and families when their powers are discovered. Subjected to who knows what treatment in the Scholastic Psychona. It is no wonder they often display a rather acerbic or antisocial tendencies. Julius is no exception, and his temper and disdain for those he sees as lesser has seen him in the front of a disciplinary committee on more than one occasion. His squad mates dubbed him thrice blessed after his third inexplicable acquittal. Many suspected he used his psychic abilities in order to evade conviction, but none would dare say it aloud. For once, I really like this lore for a psyker. That's really good. I like it. Good character. Praise Megoria, Mark 1, Charlie, Rebreather. Navigator houses do not like to be called inbred. They are instead selective. Oh God, Emperor be praised. How long do you think it's going to take before they change that law bit, huh? Cheers to whoever snuck that in. Ulysses Mark 4 Charlie Psychona Battle Gear. Grim Grey variant. After a long day of wearing heavy armor, it is tempting for a psyker to use mental powers to lighten the burden. But remember, conserve your strength. Yes, psykers, stay strong. Ulysses Mark 4 Charlie Psychona Battle Gear. A small tag inside, now faded, reads, Property of the Ordo Militum. Torvith, the Butcher of the Scythian Reach. Through a bizarre twist of fate, Torvith found himself a feature attraction in the fighting pits and arenas of this backwater collection of outposts and way stations. Here, he adopted his trademark armor, granting him a modicum of protection, alongside critical freedom of movement. In these blood-soaked rings, he faced everything from deadly connoisseurs to murderous chrono-gladiators. How he has come to Tertium is anybody's guess, but all of that fighting experience certainly won't go to waste. Not bad, big man. Let's see what you can do, eh? Scavenger's headgear. Goggles for the dust and black bandana to disguise your features. Also helps cover the smell. Pugilist armor, Quad XL. Painted in ash waste camo and featuring layers of hardened steel, plate and chainmail, this armor combines key protection with breathability. Ogryns can get pretty hot and bothered mid-battle. Take it easy, cool down, have water. Padded Brute Fatigues, Model 4, Quad XL. Ogryns favor this kind of trouser known as Basher style, as they are sturdy, flexible, and non-restrictive. Somehow, giving rein to destructive impulses is hampered somewhat if you feel your trousers will split the seams. Even Ogryns can be modest, and you know why? Their mama told them, and mama don't lie. Cadia's teeth. Chew through your opponents with this chain sword. You couldn't come up with something better, like, this pattern is used by the Cadian survivors to show that their ferocity never ends against their enemies. Couldn't come up with something a little better like that, and that's not even great. That's just something off the top of my head. Come on, lads. Do better. Armageddon Mark 3 Echo Pot Helm. An orc's chance on Armageddon. Mobian proverb referring to someone whose fortunes have turned sour. How is this not an Armageddon proverb? Why is it a Mobian proverb when it's about an... I don't know. Silly. Silly, this one. Hollow. Schmog. Doesn't matter how many times you wash it, the thing never gets clean. Might be time for a new one, unless it fits just right. Lancaster Mark 10 Delta Sniper Hood Ash Waste Camo. Corporal Vesmin holds the Mobian Second's record for long-range kills. She, in turn, offers the credit to the God Emperor's favor, as a soldier should. Equipable only on Zealots. Sorry, veterans. We don't get to have a nice, nifty sniper hood. Not for us. Mark 106th Ocular Augmetic, a functional but unattractive replacement eye. I will say, compared to all the other eye replacement augmetics that they've launched, this one is probably the most attractive. And it's a shame it's only available on Zealot. I really do like this one. Supplicant's Temple Mask, a mask worn by those of lowest standing. Its crude construction, a mark of one who puts faith in the Emperor above all else. I think we've seen this multiple times before. Blaze Force Sword Mobian Parade. I have already read the lore in another video for the Mobian Parade. I'm not going to read it again. However, I do want to talk about the design work done to the Blaze Force Sword for this. While I'm not a fan of the red and black camo that's on the sword itself and on the Force Cell, I do like the handguard that is there on the weapon, giving it more of a fencing look to it. Or a saber look. What they could have done else to this weapon is given it more of that saber curve, make it look like a cavalry saber. But I understand that that's already being done on the dueling swords. I do like this design very much, and I think it is a nice way to make it stand out against other blaze swords. But I just don't like the camo. All in all, not bad model. Prisamegoria Mark 1 Bravo Rebreather. As the beacon of the Astronomicon fades, what hope for mankind. Not bad, Lou. Long name for a helmet. Elyssi Mark 15 Alpha Resolver Harness. Perhaps a little showy, but most psychers have a fondness for the actrix, even if they'd never admit it. Well, by their voice lines alone, all 6 psyker options we have are a little theatrical, and I do love hearing them talk. Gnosis Pattern Rebreather with Psychona Collar. A functional rebreather, combined with Psychona Collar in bare metal for those who eschew showy attire. It's the second one we have that's got the high collar with a gas mask. It's just a different gas mask. Casa Camo, a simple but effective pattern adopted by countless regiments, particularly favoured by the Cadian regiments for their war gear and armour. Now, if only you would stop teasing us and provide us with a Kasachin camo and a Cadian camo skin for the player characters and not just weapons. That'd be great. Mark 9 Brute Pattern Rebreather Quad. Wait, no, that's not 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5XL. Holy shit, boys. You're getting bigger. Note the heavy steel reinforcements. That can't be all you wrote. Come on. That can't be all you wrote. Either way, get your Bane on, lads. Croak Mark 4 Combat Goggles. The right-hand eyepiece was broken after an experimental finger prod. Big man, don't go putting your fingers in your own eye holes. You got big fingers, lad, and your eyes are soft. Humility Witness Hood Quad XL. This hood has seen many owners and has never been washed. That sounds like an Ogryn issue. Wash your damn clothes, lads. That's it for today, lads. Shout out to the patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the channel on Patreon. You too can become a Patreon supporter by heading down in the description below. You can find a link there. Or you can support by becoming a channel member. Or you can support for free by hitting like, subscribe, hitting the bell notification, and commenting. Letting me know your thoughts on these cosmetics. Which ones do you like? Which ones gave you a laugh? I know exactly which one gave me the biggest laugh. See you lads in the next video. Peace.